Alright guys, sorry it's a little windy. I hope that you can still hear me. In the background you can see all the walls got put up today. Basically in one full day's work, they were able to assemble the walls and lift them up with a telehandler and get them all fastened to those metal brackets. And they got everything braced right now for the evening. And tomorrow there's a good chance that they're going to be able to get all the trusses put on. So things are really rolling quick. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of the progress. So right here you can see that exposed truss facing me, and that's going to be our covered entrance to the house. There's going to be two beams. You can see the metal brackets at the bottom. That's where those two beams will sit and get fastened to. And then to the right of that, there's that big opening. That's going to be where our big window for the living room is. We'll have a large landscape window in between those two columns. And then over there in the corner is going to be where our office is. There'll be two windows, one facing towards me and the other off to the right. And then over here is going to be where our kitchen window is, right where I'm pointing. And then to the left of that we have where our garage is going to be. I also wanted to show you this roof detail here. Our garage is going to be 30 by 30 and the house is 36 inches wide, so there's going to be a 6-foot gap between the garage and the edge of the house, and you'll see the concrete jut out a little bit. I just think this is going to give our home a lot more depth versus having everything the same exact width and having a perfect rectangle. I like the idea of having a little bit of a jut out for the house. And this is the far east wall of the house. They have the columns put up and then part of the wall girts put in, and I wanted to give a close-up of this mortise detail that they use. This little mortise, they'll just drop the truss right down in it, which gives it a lot of support from the edges, and then they can fasten it through that 2x6 on each side. It's a simple but effective way to get trusses up quickly, and it's super strong as well. Alright, that was the update for today. It's truly amazing how quickly and efficiently these buildings go up. This is a crew of 2 people that were out here for a little bit yesterday, just getting all the metal brackets drilled in, and then all day today they were able to get all these walls put up. It's really impressive how quick they can work and how efficient these buildings are. But we're getting really excited now. We could really start to see what kind of space we're working with and how tall. Alright guys, the sun's kind of shining in my face here, but I just got home from work. The guys are already gone for the day, but they were able to get all of those trusses up and installed today. There's a chance for a thunderstorm tonight, so they got everything chained down and braced just to keep any side-to-side movement to a minimum. But impressive work again today. It hasn't ceased to amaze me how quickly these 2 guys can get all this assembled and put together. We're having a vaulted ceiling in our house. So you can kind of see on those trusses, there's a slight vault to them. And I believe tomorrow they're going to start putting up all the walls to the garage. I'll give you a kind of a close-up of how they pre-assemble those walls and then lift them up. And I'll give you a little rundown, a little close-up of all these trusses and kind of how they fastened everything. So yesterday I showed you the mortises in the truss, or in these columns, and you can see the 2 right here that don't have a truss in them. And here you can see how that truss just drops right down in that mortise. I'll zoom in here for you. Just sits right in there, and then you nail it from both sides. It's as easy as that. They also got those girts ran across all the trusses to hold everything square and keep the spacing all the same. And here you can see they use these chains and fasten them down to the bolts on these column frames. And they make an X pattern with everything, hold everything straight. Here they have the columns to the north wall in the garage laid out. Tomorrow they'll hook this up to their telehandler. All those columns are right in place. They just lift up this end of it, and one of them kind of kicks them into that frame over there, and you drive a few leg screws through it. Then they got this wall to do, and then of course this wall over here is where the garage door is going to be. Thanks for watching, everybody. Exciting things to come. We've got some sheathing going up and some steel in the near future. Please subscribe.